Zohran Mamdani won. He won the primary and it wasn't even close. Before we get into it, a few of you have accused me of mispronouncing his name, and I have not. I know it is Mamdani with an M. I am aware. Sorry if you're not hearing it that way, but I'm saying Mamdani with an M. I think maybe some of you were just lashing out at me because it's natural to do with somebody on the left. Like you can't handle that we might have actually won. So it's like you're glitching and looking for microaggressions and something to be mad about. I come from a family with very unique names, and so it always has mattered to me to get it right. I'll always try to pronounce people's names correctly. And if I get it wrong, I'll correct myself. But like in this case, I know I'm saying it with an M. Anyway, I have been watching the live coverage and I've been tweeting, and oh my gosh, the copium on Twitter is actually hilarious. I have so many thoughts and I'm trying to organize them, but just a few off the top of my head. Number one, shout out to Brad Lander. He really came through and showed solidarity and how to be a surrogate. Like seriously, if Elizabeth Warren had done this in 2020, we wouldn't have had Biden as president. I am so glad that we seem to have learned from 2021 when the progressives and the left did not get their shit together, and as a result, it empowered Eric Adams. This time, they did not do that. Brad Lander really came through. So seriously, shout out to him. I'm also so proud of my fellow New Yorkers for not falling for it. They spent so much money and did so much propaganda through all of their media arms. Between the Zionist propaganda rags like the New York Post or the so-called liberal New York Times, they did nothing but run smear campaigns on him. The billionaires spent so much money and New Yorkers did not fall for it. I'm so proud of us. Man, Jessica Ramos, you're looking real embarrassing right now. You sold out every principle you said you have and you didn't even get ranked. I also want you guys to remember all the sellout Democratic hacks in the party that endorse Andrew Cuomo knowing what a corrupt creep he is. It's important to remember all the cretins that did endorse Cuomo because they didn't do it because they like him. They did it because they hate the left. People need to learn though from what Brad Lander did. He was a big part of it and he is Jewish, and as a Jewish person, it made it harder for all the hysterical cryiness to sit there and lie on Zohran Mamdani's name about being anti-Semitic when somebody who was Jewish had cross-endorsed him and was calling bullshit on that. Sorry guys, my fake teeth, it's like hard to talk. Anyhoodle, I know there's some nihilists and some haters right now, but you are not going to take this moment from me, okay? I am so excited. It is really nice to be hopeful, like for a change. Like I have not felt this hopeful in a while about politics. There are a lot of racists that are freaking out on Twitter, specifically like right-wing racists and Zionists that are like, oh my gosh, everybody, if you're in New York, pack up and leave. All the billionaires and shit that are threatening to leave, girl, bye. Like seriously, leave. No one's gonna miss you. The fear-mongering is not working. And all the Zionists crying about how you're gonna leave and how it's unsafe for you here, let me tell you something. New York City has the largest Jewish population outside of the Israeli regime in the world. And you know what New York City did? They just elected the first Muslim mayor ever in New York City. He is the first immigrant mayor. He is the first South Asian mayor. He is the first socialist mayor. And he is the first Muslim mayor who ran openly as a supporter of BDS and not kowtowing to the Zionist lobby. That is a big deal. That is something to be proud of. And there are a lot of racists right now, particularly right-wing racists and like right-wing media that are like, oh my gosh, can you believe that they elected a Muslim mayor 25 years after 9/11? Actually, I can. New York is an incredibly diverse place, full of amazing people. So yes, I can believe it. I'm gonna have so much more analysis tomorrow once I kind of like dig through the crosstabs, but there is a narrative that the Democratic establishment hacks try to push that says that anybody that runs on a DSA or Democratic Socialist or progressive platform can only appeal to white people. That they only appeal to white people in New York. Bullshit. The coalition that Zohran Mamdani put together was incredible. It was incredibly diverse. And it's funny because I think that Andrew Cuomo thought that he was just going to be able to take New York for granted because of his name recognition, the fact that he was governor for 11 years, the fact that he is from a political dynasty. Like, he really had a huge advantage over Zohran. And he really took Black New Yorkers for granted. He took New Yorkers in general for granted, but he really thought because of all the like high profile Black endorsements he got that he was just gonna cruise by. But you know what? The support wasn't as overwhelming as people thought it was gonna be. Just like surprisingly in Long Island, he didn't win as big there as people thought he was going to. It's a new day, bitch. As Hassan Piker said, it is white boy jihadist summer here in New York, bitch. Will Cuomo try to run in the general? Probably. Will the establishment hacks go, hey, maybe we should take a second look at corrupt Eric Adams? Yeah, of course they are. Don't get it twisted. The Democrats are not going to take this lightly. They are going to scheme and plot and do everything they can to undermine Zohran. That's why we have to be prepared for it, and we've got to tell him to get behind me. And you are also about to see some of the most deranged, demented Islamophobic racism that you have ever seen in a political campaign, and we need to have his back. Congratulations, Zohran. And to Andrew Cuomo, you can stop pretending to live in New York City now.